In the reselling business, providing as much info as possible about the item will not only save you time, but also save you a lot of money and return costs. So let's talk measurements. Now, obviously, your photography station is going to be one of two things. Either A, you're going to have a stand up, like a hanging scenario like I have here, or B, you're probably going to have a lay flat. Little side note, I'm switching to lay flat soon, but for those reasons I'll explain later. So let's talk t-shirts. First of all, you're going to want to get yourself a yardstick. This thing is absolutely invaluable, and I cannot tell you how much time this actually saves, because using a measuring tape, it takes too long because you're constantly pulling and everything. It's not worth it. With a yardstick, boom, just like that, I've got my measurement. So I would take a picture like this from top to bottom on your shirts. And the second measurement to get is also from pit to pit. And typically I hold my hand out like this, so that way they can see the crease. Now, what about shirts with sleeves? On the other hand, you have one more measurement that you should be taking if your item has sleeves. And that, of course, is the measurement of the sleeve. So I typically like to do one of these where in the palm of my hand, I'm actually keeping the yardstick to the very bottom of the sleeve, comes straight up across, and I like to lay it kind of about this angle here, and then I take my picture right about here. This is what you want to look for. Now let's move on to jeans themselves. So with jeans, I like to take 4 separate measurements. The first one, typically I would be using a measuring tape. However, this is a smaller pair of jeans, but you take it from the very bottom, right about there, all the way to the top, and I would take a picture like that. The second one is you're going to move the yardstick right about there, and you want to capture from the bottom of the leg to that inseam there. Then I move it straight up and get this measurement right here. And then the last one, I like to get right about here. And that's typically what that looks like. And the same rules also apply to shorts. So for example, I have these Harley Davidson shorts right here. There you go. Yeah, you guys can see it. So the same thing goes.